Hello and welcome to Learn to Mod. In the last video, we made a mod that would send us a message if we were inside of that square. However, this mod was a bit inconvenient, as we needed to constantly activate it to work. Also, all it did was send us a message, which isn't super fun. We're going to fix both of those problems today, and make a mod that will summon a cow whenever a player steps inside of this box. In this video, you will learn about events, calling functions, memory leaks, and summoning entities. Let's go ahead and load up the code we built last time. We want this to constantly check the player's location, rather than just once. Let's click on the Events tab. You'll find it under Minecraft and Events. You'll see a block that says Do Function every milliseconds. This is pretty self-explanatory. We tell it a function, and then a time such as 1000 milliseconds. Then, every 1000 milliseconds, which is 1 second, the event specified will run. The question is, where do we put this? It might seem like a good idea to put this right at the top, but this has some problems associated with it. When we start, the event here will create a timer, and every second it will run the main function. The problem is that the new function that runs also has an event that creates a timer and runs the function. In other words, after 1 second, the function duplicates itself. And then the next 10 seconds get kind of interesting, because both of those functions duplicate themselves to make 4, and then 8, and then 16, and then 32, and then 64, 128, 256, 512, 1024, and 2048. Pretty soon, all of the computer's processing power will be devoted to just trying to run this massive number of functions and timers. Eventually, it won't be able to handle it and the server will crash. This is what we call a memory leak, and you'll want to avoid it at all costs in your code. So how do we solve this problem? Well, it's actually pretty simple. All we need to do is create a second function. To do that, click Functions, and then drag a new function down. Let's go ahead and rename this function to getLock for getLocation. Now, let's take all of the code that we made last time and drag that into our new function. Now, back in the main event, we will take our event and tell it to run getLock every second. So go ahead and click Miscellaneous, and then grab this block right here and stick that in the first hole. And then let's grab a number block under Math, and let's go ahead and type in 1000 milliseconds, or 1 second. Now, when we run the main function, we'll create a timer that will run getLock every second. GetLock only runs once, so we don't need to worry about it repeating itself and creating a memory leak. Why don't we go ahead and try this out? Now, when we run our mod, nothing's happening, but if I step in, we start getting the message every second. If I step out, we no longer get the message. Alright, so things seem to be working so far. Let's go ahead and make this mod a bit more fun. Sending a message over and over certainly isn't that interesting, so let's go ahead and get rid of that. Instead, we want to summon a cow. This is pretty easy to do. We're going to go ahead and click on Players, and then click on Perform Command blank for player blank. Perform Command will run any command that you can normally use with a command block. In this case, we're going to use Summon Cow. So go ahead and click on a text block. Let's stick that in there, and just write Summon Cow. And now for player, let's go ahead and click Player Me. And we're done, just like that. Let's go ahead and mod this and give it a go. So now, when we run our mod, nothing will happen, but as soon as we step in, we get cows. Using the player's location event can do some really cool stuff. If you have a cool project that you've been working on with the player's location in it, feel free to tell us about it in the comments. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.